Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Firewood at the Furnace. In last week's video, you saw us digging up this yard here, getting all the topsoil out and getting ready for stone to permanently, fingers crossed, do away with the mud problem here in the yard. Winter has returned. We were having spring-like weather for about the past week or so with temperatures in the 70s, and this morning we are back down in the upper 30s and low 40s. So a little chilly this morning, but thank goodness we're above freezing and we haven't had any rain. So we're going to close this job up today, hopefully, haul some stone in here, get it spread out, get it compacted. You see the tooth bucket is off the skid loader now. We're done with the digging, but before we haul any stone in, we've got to put this fabric down. So that's the plan this morning. Let me take you over here and show you what's going on. Stick around. So as I said, the digging is done. You remember last week we got this front part done, but we still had the front or the back corner to do where all the dirt was piled up. Well, since then we've hauled all the dirt out of here. You can see there's no pile of dirt anymore, and we got this other corner all cut out. This corner up front here got to be a little deep. There's a lot of topsoil and some like old rotted wood or something laying in the ground below the surface, so we are almost 12 to 13 inches deep here on this corner. So that'll be filled with stone. Everything else is running anywhere from, I think the low point right here is about 3 inches, and then we've got 6 to 8 inches on this corner up here. So it's going to take a good bit of stone to fill this in, but what I thought was a lot of sand and gravel ended up being mostly clay. A lot of white clay here. When I was first digging this out, the clay was had some moisture in it, so it was moving around a little bit, but we have since rolled it once and it's gotten 2 or 3 days of sun on it, so it has really hardened up. Kind of took me back to my childhood where I used to take clay and make clay snowballs out of them, and that clay hardens up really good. This one isn't quite dry yet because I just did that when the kids were over here yesterday, but this is a few days old, and as you can see, that clay gets nice and hard. So we'll have a good base here and we're going to have plenty of stone here, but we've got to get the fabric down first. So I'm going to get that set up and start unrolling the fabric, and then we will go grab a dump truck and head to the quarry. This old girl has been getting a workout the last few days. Has run really good for, I mean, this is an old machine. She's not wore out, but she still does good. And that tooth bucket, cutting that clay, was pretty much all it wanted to handle. Worked the machine pretty hard, but it did good, cutting all the dirt out, loading all that dirt up. It ended up being 15 dump trailer loads I hauled out of here. And you remember I had to be careful how heavy I was loading the dump trailer because I couldn't get it to dump on the one load and had to use the mini excavator to help pull some of it out. Well, eventually when I realized how many trips I was going to have to make with the dump trailer, I just started loading it heavy again. Like I said, I'm only going a half a mile down the road. And I just kept the mini excavator there on standby and loaded the trailer heavy and just planned on pulling some of it out before I dumped it. Probably saved myself 3 or 4 trips. But I'm gonna get this thing fueled up so it's ready. When we get back, we'll dump the first load of stone, get it spread out, see how far that gets us. I wanna get about 2 or 3 inches of stone down. My uncle's gonna come down with his roller once we get the first layer and compact it for me. And then we'll start on the second layer and see how many loads of stone we're gonna need. I'm gonna be able to haul about 21 or 22 ton at a time. And drop a comment in the bottom before the end of this video and let me know how much stone you think it's gonna take. All right, let's see what truck we wanna grab. We got a nice brand new Western Star down there that's never even hauled a load yet. I just got the tags for that last week. Getting that truck going. There's another one that's preloaded inside the building. Most of the trucks are out today, so I'm just glad there's one here for me to use. I think we'll probably take this truck here, this Western Star. And yeah, there's aluminum body there with the weatherproof tarp on that, which is a little more of a pain in the neck to use rather than just a wind back tarp. So I'm going to start this truck up, do my walk around check on it, make sure all the lights are good, the tires are good. We'll get going down the road, and when we get to the quarry, see how much we can get on it. We just got our lightweight. We're going to head back here to the CR6 crusher run pile. Should be able to get about 21.5 ton on here. This quarry's been here since I was a little boy. It's a huge, there's a huge hole in the ground. They've been mining in this hole for years. It's very, very deep. I remember my dad used to work at an asphalt plant here when I was a kid. He would bring me over here and drive me down into the hole, which is pretty neat. We got to watch him, you know, drill holes and put dynamite in to blow the rock out. Pretty cool operation. But it looks like this loader here is waiting for me. I believe this is the CR6 pile. So we'll back in here and get a load. All right, I guess that was 57 stone, not CR6. I haven't been in this quarry in a long time, and sometimes it can be a little difficult to communicate with the loader operators and the people that are in and out of here every single day, because they already know where to go and what to do and how to position their truck. So when you come in here and you haven't been here in a while, sometimes it can get a little, you can aggravate some people and it can aggravate you. But this loader man is escorting me to the pile I need to be at, which this looks much better. So we'll get, I'll see where he wants to put his bucket up in here and we'll back under him. About 21.5, please, sir. Like I was saying, it's good to have a good relationship with the loader man, because they can really make or break you, you know, coming out of here and you're overloaded and got to circle back around and dump some off. But back when I was driving a truck more often, you know, you get to establish a relationship with the loader man, and they normally put you right on the money. And the closer you can haul to your legal weight limit, the more money you can make throughout the day. So we're heading up here to the scale now. We'll get weighed and see where we're at. I can legally haul 70,000 pounds. So I told him 21.5 ton, which will give me a few hundred pounds to play with there. I don't have to be right at 70. I'm not trying to haul for tonnage for my pay rate today or anything like that. So if we're around 68, 69, I'll be happy. But I'll let you know as soon as we get up here on the scale. All right, we just pulled off the scale and we were 68,180. So that gave us just about 21 ton. So half a ton off, that's not too bad. Maybe next time I'll ask him for 22 ton, or maybe not. I don't want to push my luck. Maybe 21.5 is a good number. And that way we know we're good and we don't have to dump off anywhere. But anyway, we're heading back to the road, back to the wood yard, and get this dumped off. Well, that load of stone looks pretty small compared to what else we have to do here in this big area. But I'm not even going to spread this right now. I'm just going to go get another load and have it here. And that way when I get back, I'll spread this one and dump the next one and see where we're at. Got a few inches down, covering everything up. My uncle's gonna come down here with his roller and kind of compact it for me, and I'm not sure how much more I'm gonna need. Definitely another load, but after that we're gonna have to kind of figure out. I don't want to get more than I need, for sure. It's not cheap, but we'll go get one more load here and have it on the truck. Hopefully when we get back, this is all rolled out or getting close to being rolled out, and then we can get the next layer up on top. So 2 more loads of stone are here. Got one dumped there, and I backed up and dumped the other one over on this side. I didn't spread these because I wanted to make sure I had time to get back to the quarry to get the last load before they closed again. You remember on last week's video, I was going to go get a load of stone or 2 to put in here, but they closed early. So got these 2 loads here. That should be really close to where we need to be. We did get it rolled, and we're going to spread this and then compact it once again. Once we get this spread out and fine graded and leveled out and graded the way we want it, we can start moving some equipment back into position. Well, After all that and bringing the last load in before the quarry closed, I'm still just a little bit short. I got it all spread out. It looks pretty good, but you can see here a couple of these places that were cut really deep, I'm still not up to grade. I did cut a good bit of this out. I originally said I was going to cut 3 or 4 inches of dirt out, but I ended up cutting a good bit more than that. So we've got a low spot I'm standing in right here in the middle of the yard. I know you probably can't tell. And then this area over here is still a little low. And right up here in the front corner is a little low. So that stone is going to have to come in here tomorrow. I'll get that spread out. Sorry for the wind. Like I said, it was pretty windy. I did try to put the drone up. I'm not sure if that footage is going to come out good enough or not, but if it does, you'll see it. But anyway, still good progress. We just ran a roller across it again, one more time. So she's compacted yet a second time, and once get this last little layer on here and we compact it, it's going to get hard as a rock. Man, that wind is really picking up, but that's going to do it for today's video. We got a lot done. Not up to my standards because I wanted to be completed with this job today. I'm really anxious to get the splitter and the conveyor moved back into position and to get on with some more wood processing. But this is a job that had to be done, and we had a nice window of about 5 or 6 days with no rain in the forecast. So I thought now was better time than ever because of the weather conditions. But anyway, next Wednesday, hopefully, we will be back to cutting and splitting some wood. I've got a whole bunch of wood. I've been taking all my logs from the tree service up to Chaz's property, and we've kind of been staging some logs there. So I know you don't see any logs or firewood laying here in the yard to be processed, but believe me, there's plenty to be done. And as soon as this right here is ready, I'll be hauling those logs into the yard. So that'll be coming to you hopefully next week. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you then.